Hi everybody, this is Crystal and this is kind of a different type of video. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. If you see me looking down, I have some notes written down here, so I will stay on topic and I won't really ramble. So I will try not to ramble, but I can't make any promises. Anyway, I originally became convinced of reincarnation when my cat Chirpy passed away in March. Basically, what happened is he had feline leukemia virus and I didn't know at first, and he became very sick and he passed away. This was a very hard thing to deal with because I'm very attached to my animals. But what happened is I believe that he was reincarnated through another cat who came into my life after Chirpy passed away in his original body. So this is quite a long story. So I posted about the reincarnation of Chirpy on my Facebook page, and I have pinned the post to the top of my Facebook page, and I'm going to put the link in the description box below so that you can go read the story if you're interested in how Chirpy was reincarnated as Squeaky. Anyway, after this happened, after I was pretty much convinced of reincarnation, after my experience, a lot of stuff happened that I couldn't deny. So after that experience, please go read my Facebook post on that. But after that experience, I became convinced of reincarnation because at first I thought it was just wishful thinking. So I searched for a lot of information on YouTube, and basically, the basic consensus was that you're born, you die, and then you have what is called like a life review. And during this life review, you go through basically what happened in their life, and you choose your parents and your circumstances for your next life so that you are born in order to fulfill your karma and to learn a lesson. So basically, you choose your parents, you choose your circumstances, you're born, and the reason you choose these things is so that you can learn a lesson. That's what the basic consensus of reincarnation was on YouTube, basically. And really, this didn't make sense to me because I know a lot of people who are born to mean parents or neglectful parents or horrible circumstances, and who even the craziest person would not want to be born to such people. That just made no sense to me. And also, they said that a veil of forgetfulness comes upon you when you are born. So, after you die, when you're born or whatever, so that you don't remember your past life and your current life. And so here's another thing that did not resonate with me. How on earth are you going to learn anything if you don't remember what you're supposed to be learning? So those two things really did not sit right with me after I did some research on reincarnation. Like, first of all, who would you choose to be born into bad parents or neglectful parents or absent parents, or who would choose to be born to a bad circumstance or situation? That made no sense. And also, how are you going to learn anything if you cannot remember your past life? If your memory is wiped, how are you going to remember those lessons? How are you going to remember what you're supposed to be learning? So basically, I prayed about it because I needed some clarification on the issue. After what happened with Chirpy, and after he came back to me in the form of another cat named Squeaky, after this happened, I just prayed for, to see what was going on. I already saw that reincarnation was real and happened, but I want to know how it would happen and how I could reconcile all these thoughts in my mind about reincarnation and about how the gurus are saying that it happened. So I prayed to Source, and yes, I do believe in a God, because the Earth seems to be so complex, and even given millions and billions of years, everything is everything just can't be chance. Even going through millions and billions of years and natural selection, all that, everything just can't be chance. Everything is too complex and fits together a bit too well just to be chance. So I do believe in a source. Maybe not God in the way that a lot of people do, but I do believe in a source. So I prayed to this source about how to get some clarification on the issue. And so a little bit of time passed, weeks passed, and everything. And then online, I saw some posts about not going into the light when you die. You know how they keep saying that when you die, you go into the light, you'll see your family and friends and loved ones, you go into the light, they greet you and all that. Basically, what I read says that you're not supposed to go into the light because basically the light is a trick that basically these other beings are using to fool you. So basically, you go in, they use like images of your friends, your family, and all of this kind of stuff to convince you to go into the light. And once you go into the light, you're basically you go through a life review, and no matter what you've done or what you've tried, they will tell you that what you have done is not good enough. You got to go back to Earth. You got to go learn another lesson. No matter what you do, they're going to tell you that it wasn't good enough, and you have to go back to Earth, and you have to learn this lesson. So your memory is wiped, and you go through the same process again. So basically, you did choose your parents and your circumstances, but when you chose this, you were kind of under duress. You felt that you had to choose them in order to learn the lesson. No matter what you do, these beings convince you that what you've done is not good enough, and you must redo it. You must go back to Earth to learn another lesson, and you must be born to, whatever these circumstances are in order to learn a lesson. So basically, you did choose your birth station and your parents, but you did it under duress. So basically, once these beings get you, your memory is wiped, and you are sent back to this earth, this place of death and trouble, to continue the same circumstances, to continue the same charade over and over again. Basically, this earth is kind of a place of death and trouble, and it can be a very bad place. And basically, you just keep coming back and back and back and doing the same thing over and over again. And these beings are feeding off your energy. So when you go into the light and you are reincarnated and you go through the whole process again, they're feeding off of your energy. Basically, they're kind of like vampires without the blood. They're feeding off your energy. So anyway, this may sound crazy, but I don't think it's any crazier than people walking on water or turning water into wine. So I ask you to please keep an open mind. This may sound crazy, but it's no more crazy than mainstream religions, in my opinion. So basically, don't go into the light. Basically, these beings are fooling you with images of your loved ones and everything like that. Once you go into the light, they're going to do a life review on you, and no matter what you've done, they're going to tell you it wasn't good enough. You have to learn these other lessons, and they're going to send you back to Earth, and you are going to choose your circumstances, but under duress. So basically, you're coming back to Earth over and over again. To get off of this cycle of Earth, of coming back to Earth, and if to truly be free, to truly be set free, don't go into the light. You're supposed to not go into the light. You use your free will. You look off to the side or up or down or to the left or something, but you do not look into the light and you do not go into the light. You look around and you go elsewhere. You have the freedom of choice to do this. Do not go into the light once you pass away. That is it. So basically, that is my understanding of reincarnation and how to end this constant cycle of life, suffering, death, and rebirth. So basically, this is my understanding of it after prayer and doing some research. And so if you have any questions, please let me know. Again, my post about Chirpy, the cat who kind of started my beliefs on reincarnation, his post is in the Facebook link below. So I hope that you have a great day. If you have any questions, please ask me. And stay safe. Bye.